working. How are you doing?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm doing good, thank you. Well, we're back with session 2, and I'm just gonna paraphrase on what we spoke about last session. We spoke about how you and your husband had a discussion that you're going to be a stay-at-home mom because you are a new mother, correct? And you have more kids at home, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you both agreed to be a stay-at-home mom, and so he's going to be working, and it seems like when we discussed about that, or you being a stay-at-home mom, I did notice in your face that it wasn't too exciting. So tell me how you're feeling about that, being a stay-at-home mom.
Well, my feelings about staying at home mom, I like it. I love it because, at the end of the day, I'm actually home with the kids because, I'm saving on childcare, knowing how expensive our childcare is nowadays. But the only situation that I'm dealing with right now, I just feel like an outcast because my friends that I thought was my friends, me becoming a staying at home mom for about 2 months now, it's like they withdraw from me. They don't even, I look on social media, they hanging out, they don't reach out to me to see if I want to come out or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to figure out, what is it?
Why are they isolating themselves from you?
Right.
So when you're looking on social media and you see that they're out having fun, what's going through your mind as you're watching them having fun?
What's going through my mind is just I feel like you guys think that, you guys are better than me. You guys have you guys have a freedom now because the fact is that I'm staying at home, I don't have that time. You guys not even being considerate to even reach out. So I'm like, you know what, I don't need this, I don't need them. I just worry about my family and the kids and call it a day. That's what's going through my mind when I look at social media. I just feel like at the end of the day, you guys it's not fair.
Mm-hmm. And hearing you talk about it, just with the tone of your voice, I see it's a lot of aggressiveness. Is this making you angry towards them? The fact that they don't come over, they're not being considerate to the fact that you can't go out, they're not reaching out to you to come out. How are your feelings toward that situation?
To be honest, I'm very angry. Mm-hmm. I'm angry to a point where I feel like at the end of the day, it's really, this is how you guys are going to do me. I feel like you guys should be supportive. So my feelings are hurt. Mm-hmm. I feel like at the end of the day, that's not what friends supposed to do. Right. You're not even supposed to make me feel like just because I'm single, I'm actually staying at home with my kids. Now, you guys not even give me the opportunity to say, no, I can't come out, or yes, I could come out. You guys just making a decision for me. So that's hurt. That's really hurtful.
Now, have you ever tried to reach out to your friends and tell them how you felt? At least one of them?
I don't reach out to them. What I do is actually, I probably talk to my husband about it, or I probably call my mom or call a friend, be like, guess what so-and-so did, guess what they doing? They don't even, what I'm saying, like that. Yeah. Instead of me reaching out to them, I reach out to others just to get their opinion and see if it's just me overthinking it, overreacting, what I'm saying? So it's I'm not reaching out to them, I'm reaching out to everybody else but them.
How long have you been friends with your friends?
Way before I got married, which they walk into my wedding. One of them is the maid of honor, so it's they my friends. They're not just somebody I just met last week or nothing. No, we kind of grew up together, high school friends, So
mm-hmm. Now, so it seemed because they're isolating from you, is you're keeping the isolation there. So do you find yourself only isolating from them, or because of that? Because you feel angry with those friends that you think about maybe going out to, if you can go out to find some new friends or meet new people, have you thought about anything like that?
No, because I think you said it best. Not only am I isolating myself from them, I don't even want to be around nobody. I probably call people and talk to them on the phone, but as far as, I just feel you know what, if you guys gonna treat me like this, guess what, I'll just focus on my kids and my husband and call it a day, and after that, you guys, it don't really matter, because what's the point of me going and trying to find new friends when, how do I know they're not gonna do the same thing? So it's a trust where I feel I don't trust nobody no more, because if my friends from high school could do this to me, what makes me think new friends won't do it? So no, I just stay away from everybody and just stay home and, hey, trying to find a new hobby other than staying home with my babies. So.
Right. Do your friends have kids?
Yeah, they have kids.
Oh, so, because this is where I'm trying to get to, and let's see if we can be on the same page, because those have been your friends since high school. They've been in your wedding. Not everybody can be in a wedding.
Right.
So I can understand your thought process. I can understand of how you're hurt because those are your close friends. But you know, with how the way you're thinking and without talking to them, it might be a different story where you can, you know, talk to them and then see like, hey, what's going on? I haven't spoke to you guys, and you may get something different. You know, and it can like heal that patch right there. And then since they have kids, you guys can maybe, you know, start like a play date. And so that everyone can be involved and not just, you know, leave you out of the picture or leave whoever else out of the picture. So have you ever thought about that? Maybe like going another route instead of just not talking to them?
I never thought about it, but now the fact that I'm sitting here and listening to you actually saying it, it sounds like a good idea because I tend to do that, like overthink everything. Like, oh my God, they're not reaching out to me because X, Y, and Z, but not really trying to feel, okay, if they're not able to come and hang out with me, let me just invite them over. So I think that's a good, you know, it's a good way to put it now to be like, you know what, maybe I am really overthinking it. Me isolating myself, it might not even, what I'm thinking, but it might not even the solution. So
Right.
I think that's wow. By you saying that, it got me thinking now. You know, it just might be my just thought, just you know, curiosity and just thinking of overthinking everything, or just being at home with the kids feeling overwhelmed. Now, the thought process like, okay, maybe you know what I'm saying. So yeah.
Yeah, like with you being overwhelmed with the kids, do you get any support from your husband to take care of the kids?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So during the time that he takes care of the kids, have you ever thought about to reach out to your friends to have like a girls' day out or anything like that?
Um, I thought about it a couple of times, but the fact that the situation is just fresh, it's like it keep playing in my head over and over again. They didn't reach out to you. They didn't want you to hang out. So it's like that's where I'm at now too. As far as it's a good idea to actually reach out to them. In my mind, I feel like I should reach out to them because it might just be like I said before, assuming or just jumping into conclusion. But you know, I have another one on my shoulder saying, "No, don't reach out. Just leave it the way. Just isolate yourself from them." And stuff like that.
So what's going through your mind as you think about reaching out to them, like to reach out to them, like do you think something positive will come out of it if you reach out to them, or do you think it'll just be the same way, or some type of negative response will come from the situation?
I think it will be positive because, like I said before, we all have kids. So it's like, even if us as, you know, the friends don't get together, I could just be like, you know, do you guys want to come over with your kids and just, you know, just have a play date and stuff like that. So that's one way I could go about it.
Yeah, that's a good way. Yeah, that's actually be a really good way to start, you know, to at least start somewhere,
Right.
which can be a play date. And then, you know, since you did state that your husband does support you with watching the kids, that you can eventually go out with the mothers as well. So your feelings towards the situation is that you're angry, and your anger caused yourself to isolate from your friends. And it was just your friends that you're isolating yourself from. Is there anyone else that you isolate yourself from?
I did isolate myself from everybody.
And including family?
Including, well, I was talking to my mom and, you know, my husband, but other than that, friends, I wasn't really talking to other friends I may have.
Okay. And do you feel that with you isolating yourself from your friends and your other friends made the situation better?
Well, the fact that since I isolated myself from them, it actually make it better because now I got a clear mind to see that, you know what, maybe it's just me jumping into conclusion or just seeing things from my point of view, but not even reaching out to see exactly why did you guys invite me, instead of asking question and stop assuming exactly what took place.
Right. Like you said, with assuming, is like you're just jumping to conclusion just based off what they're doing or what you've seen on social media. So during the time that, you know, so correct me if I'm wrong, during the time that you was able to clear your mind out, did you start to notice the action that you was doing wasn't really logical? Like, did you start to see that for yourself?
Yes, I started seeing it for myself and started seeing that it was just negative all on my end and stuff. So it's like now I'm going towards seeing things positively because at the end of the day, we do have kids. Even if we don't do things together as the girls, but I could always reach out to you and be like, oh, you want to bring the kids over so you could have, you know, a little play date. So that's where I'm at right now after taking the time to being isolated and just trying to play everything into my mind.
Well, that's good that you was able to figure that out during your time, having to yourself. With you thinking about that, what can you do to have that happen? Like to have that play date with your friends and your, and their kids. Like, what can you do to help that come into action?
I can reach out to them one by
Mhm.
one and then just tell them, like I wouldn't go into details and tell them exactly how I was feeling at the time, but just trying to figure out are they available this coming up weekend to see if they want to come over and bring their kids over.
Okay, that's a good idea to have them, come over. What about times where you guys want to just have a girls' night out? What do you think what else you can do with that?
Same thing. Reach out to them, just let them know in advance that my husband is actually watching the kids, as I said before. So let's just go ahead and get together, all of us as girls, just to hang out like old time and stuff like that.
Okay, that's really good. So, and during that time, what would you think how that time would be, with reaching out to them? What would be going through your head as you're reaching out to them? Would that make you feel better? Would you think about it more positive?
It would make me feel better because I know they will be up to it. They will be like, okay, when and where? Because we love getting together with each other. So I know they're gonna look into it. They're gonna be looking forward to actually hanging out with no kids.
Yeah, that's actually really good. That's really good. So at first you was just thinking, it just seemed like you just let the negativity come into your mind, just think that they don't want nothing to do with you because they haven't reached out to you.
Right.
But it seemed like in this session, having you think in a more positive way by just reaching out to them and even coming up with ideas of just having like play dates, with their kids, or having your husband support that you're able to go out with them. So that's really good. Now, do you feel like that will help your behavior decrease where you won't be isolated from them as much, or from whoever you was isolating from?
Yes, it should. Because it's like now, instead of me just looking on social media and be like, oh, wow, they're hanging out without me, it's more like, okay, are we hanging out this week? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like that, instead of just assuming it and just
Right.
reaching out to them, just trying to see exactly, can we hang out and stuff like that.
Right. Well, that's really good to hear. So you're going to reach out to them, and you're going to, well, from what you stated, you're going to, I'm assuming after this session, you're going to go ahead and reach out to them. And then in the next session, you can just tell me how that went, and then we can go on from there.
Yes.
All right, so see you next session.
Thank you.
You're welcome.